Hey, good morning there, Everyday Math. It is a happy Monday, and we have 6 weeks left of school. I mean, I feel like I just blinked, and yesterday was February. It's just amazing how time has gone by so fast. But enough about me talking about the past. Let's get to page 324 in your math journal. We're in Unit 9. It's our second to last unit. This one will probably take us probably about 3 weeks to get through. We'll see. Some of it, again, will be some review. We're going to mix some new ideas and review. And again, I'm trying to see what you guys remember or what you've already learned. So again, bear with me, again, as we go through this. But as always, here's our joke of the day. So, what was Beethoven's favorite fruit? Beethoven being the musician. He was a German, I think he was German, Austrian, somewhere over there, pianist. Now that doesn't mean he pees. He plays the piano and he made music back in the day. So a lot of the classical music you listen to was created by Beethoven. Well, you don't listen to classical music. I do sometimes. But anyways, classical music, Beethoven. What's his favorite fruit? Fruit. Oh my goodness. Fruit! His favorite fruit would be banana. Okay, you probably don't get it. Anyways, moving on. Alright, we're looking at the distributive property. This is our concept for one of the big concepts of our chapter, and we need to understand it before we move on into some other algebraic equations. So stuff when you guys take pre-algebra next year, this is really important, something that you want to remember. And again, maybe you already know it, but again, we're going through some practice. So I'm at page 324 of your math journal, and we are going to be talking about learning what the distributive property is by looking at area of rectangles. So starting at the top, it says, what is the area of rectangle A? So we know that area of a rectangle equals length times width. Alright, so the length would be this section right here, and the width is this right here. So what they're kind of telling us is we can express it many different ways. We can say it is 5 times 3 plus 7, or we could do the other way around, 3 plus 7 times 5. Or we could say it's 5 times 3, and that gets us this little rectangle, plus 5 times 7, and then you can reverse those. So we can deal with them all at one time for our whole big rectangle, or we can break it up into the two different rectangles, like that one. So that's what's being shown here. So again, what we're trying to do is we could do multiple different things. So we could do 5 times 3 plus 7, which equals 5 times 10. So then what is our area? Area would be 50. And it would be 50 square units. Remember, you always want to have the square when we're doing area, and you always want to make sure that you get your units. Very important. Alright, so number 2, it says write 2 number sentences to express the area of rectangle B. So these are our number sentences. So they've already kind of given you the framework of what to multiply. So looking at rectangle B, I've got, here is my length and width. Typically your length is your longer side, but with multiplication it doesn't really matter. However, when we're plugging in our numbers over here, I see we have the plus sign right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put 5 and 4, and that means that 6 is going to be right here. And when I do that, 5 plus 4 is 9. 6 times 9 is 54. Okay? So then the other way, the other number sentence would be work at that, look at them individually, split them up. So I could do 6 times 4, and I can do 6 times 5. So if I do 6 times 4, that's 24, plus 6 times 5 is 30, and that also equals 54. So again, what we're trying to show you is there's many different ways that you can set up your math problems. And that's important. So once you get to, for example, number 3, when you have an unknown side, you can solve it. Solve that what that side is if you are given your total here. So I trust you guys can do this. I think you can find that missing side. They've already given you the equation right here. Just plug in your numbers so that you can find x. Okay, and the rest of the problems are, again, just building on this concept of area, and then tomorrow we will be actually looking at what is the distributive property. Okay, go ahead and keep working. You got your assignment up on the blackboard, a few more pages in the math journal, extra worksheet on the table, and of course mountain math. And as always, I will see you in real life.